Hello, I'm Euge Valovirta, and on this video I'll compare my Marshall JCM800 2203 from 1985 with EL34 power amp tubes to my Marshall JCM800 2203 from 1984 with 6550 power amp tubes. So okay, this is a video I've been wanting to do for a long time. As you may know, who followed me, the JCM800 2203 is my all-time favorite amp, and I've had this too for about 20 years. There's been some debate whether they're mudded or not, and I wasn't actually sure, but just to clarify, they are stuck. Well, obviously the tube's been replaced a few times during the years, but other than that, no muds, nothing. So yeah, I've done videos of these both when they had EL34 tubes, link there probably, or check out my tube amp playlist, and they sounded pretty much the same, you know, although they had a little bit different tubes and whatnot, but you know, they sounded quite the same. And when it's time to retube this, because the tubes were starting to fade out, the fuse is starting to pop and something, I decided to put a 6550 power amp tubes, because, you know, Zakk Wylde uses those many players, just, you know, out of curiosity how that would sound, because I've never had a 6550 tubed Marshall 800 before, but now I do, and I can say that it's pretty damn crushing, as so is this. So without further ado, let's go through song I wrote for this video. It's kind of like, you know, your pentatonic riffing in the style of Black Sabbath and you know, myself, Zakk Wylde, and so on. So the first video is with 6550 tubes, and the second video is with this one with EL34. The settings on both amps are the same: presence 6, bass 9, middle 6, treble 6, master 2, presence preamp 8, and super overdrive there, level 4 o'clock, drive 8 o'clock, tone 1 o'clock, and the ISP decimator just to cut out of the hiss. So let's watch the videos now, and there's a timeline where I put what section is what, so you can compare these two if you want to, you know, like go between them. But yeah, let's watch the videos, and then we'll come back to discuss a little bit more about the differences, and I will play a little bit more. Okay, now to the videos. So yes, as you probably heard, the 6550, which was the first video, is a little bit more like harder, nastier, but tougher sounding, like, you know, like well, I guess the simplest way how I would describe them is 6550 is a little bit more nastier. With EL34s it's a little bit smoother. It's like playing hockey when you play with a wooden stick. You know, your slaps are this certain kind, so this is kind of the wooden stick, and this is with the, you know, modern composite, whatever. So it's like a harder feeling. Those of you who play hockey know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, and the picture there, where I have them opened, you can see the tubes, and there needed to be some modification. One of the blue things was removed from the 6550. I don't know, because the amp was made to EL34s, and the guy just said that you know, there needs to be some adjustment so that the 6550 tubes will work. But yeah, and the preamp tubes, I actually went through quite a few different tubes. Tungsol, JJ, TAD, Engel, and what I ended up using or putting on both amps is a JJ ECC83S on the first position, and Engel ECC83X on the second and third position. No idea what brand the Engel tubes are, probably some Russian, because there's not that many factories who make tubes. They just put a different stamp to whoever they're making them. So yeah, on both amps, first position, first preamp tube is the JJ ECC83S, and the second and third are the Engels. That just sounded the best to me. You know, other combinations were either a little bit too dark or a little bit too bright or whatnot, but don't remember really what was what, but this combination was the one I ended using. And the EL34 tubes are Svetlana, and the 6550 are Tungsol. But yeah, let's and the signal chain is super overdrive, decimator, amplifier, SUR reactive load, and then it goes to Focusrite audio interface, and then it goes to Logic. And on Logic I have chosen a Jens Bogren's IR called, now I don't remember what it was. I will put it below here. It's either Sound of God or Crazy Beard. I think it's Crazy Beard now. On both of the songs, the left guitar was Sound of God and the right was Crazy Beard, or vice versa. But anyway, two Bogren IRs, and then the lead guitar I just panned in the middle. That was what was on the left speaker. But yeah, so without it sounds like you know, alone guitar. So this is the EL34 one, and without the SD, So yeah, I'm not gonna go to really clean sounds because, well, you can get these to clean with the low input and stuff, but really these are for, you know, if you wanna have clean, like crystal clean, then, you know, maybe these aren't the amps you're looking for. Okay, well, that was the EL34, and you know, yeah, like I told you, it's a bit smoother, rounder, and those EL34 high, that nice thing. So yeah, sounds really great, and I'm really glad that I have two of these great amps, and they both are a little bit different now when they have different power amp tubes. But let's switch to the one that has a 6550 tubes. All right, and let's let it warm a bit. Yeah, like that. So yeah, I'll play a similar stuff with this. So yeah. Maybe the SDO. Yeah, it's the EL34 is great and smoother, but this with the 6550s, it's just like it's one nasty, aggressive son of a god damn. Well, you know, you heard it. I mean, you'll be the judge. I love them both. Obviously, I'm really excited about the 6550 now because I got this yesterday, and so yeah, it's awesome to have two amps, two like same amps, but with as you can hear with the different power amp tubes, you can make them to react and sound differently. So conclusion, EL34s, a bit smoother, maybe like warmer, like rockier, vintagier, strange words, kind of sound. With 6550, really aggressive, in your face, like this sound. To me, the low end is it's the same, but it's just different. 6550, it's more, even a bit more tighter, and well, yeah, the overall sound, it's just a meaner sounding tube. So you know, if you have a chance, go experiment. I mean, if you want to change 6550s, it requires some additional work than just putting the tubes there and biasing them. You have to change, because these are, don't know the technical stuff, but anyway. And with the preamp tubes, the sound changes quite a lot too. So like I mentioned, I tried a bunch of different ones. Some sounded a little bit too harsh, some this and that, but I ended up putting JJ and Engel tubes on both, JJ on the first slot and Engel on the second and third. Awesome amps, the best amp in the world. You know, Les Paul, EMG 81, 85, Bass Super Overdrive, Marshall JCM800 2203. I mean, what else do you need? Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this, please hit the button and subscribe for more guitar related videos. Yeah, until next time, take care, bye. I will continue jamming with these bad boys.